Alrighty, guys. We're back and we got everything all set up again. Hopefully we'll be able to get this all done the right way and get everything all spliced and diced and all that jazz for getting everything ready. But when we last left off, we were just talking about the top teams in the NFC. I think we kind of wrapped that up, and we can kind of move on to just basketball real quick because there's only one major thing in that.
No, there's something that actually went really, really viral today yesterday and today that we didn't cover. And that was Dion Sanders coaching the school he's going. I can't remember what the hell, Texas something.
Jackson State.
Yeah, Jackson State. Stole the number one high school prospect from Florida State.
Number one CB. He was the CB.
Yeah, just that's insane.
No, I mean, you are right. That's crazy. I mean, they did win their title in whatever division that they're in, and it was like the first time they've won it in like forever. So, I mean, who knows? Slowly but surely, he'll probably be like one of the top big name colleges here pretty soon.
Yeah, but how many draft picks have come out of Jackson State in comparison to Florida State?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. But Florida hasn't been looking that good ever since Jimbo or whatever left.
How many people, though, get the opportunity to play for Dion Sanders?
At least 53.
It's prime time, baby. You tell me right now. So if Dion called you up and said, "Hey, I want you to come play ball for me," you wouldn't go to that?
No, because I'm fat and old. My knees couldn't handle it. But
but you had in my prime, like it was going out of style, dude.
Absolutely. In my prime, hell yes, dude. Just to meet Dion Sanders would be cool as hell because he's an all around nice guy.
He's sure.
Well, sure.
He can run. He can run. I can't say why that's on the air, but he can run.
Yeah.
One of my favorite videos of him of all time. It's like
too funny.
All right, well, moving on to the NBA news. Like I said, it's going to be very short and brief, but have to mention it just because anytime a record is broken, you have to throw that out there. So Steph Curry has now become the most scoring three-pointer in NBA history. And I feel like that record is going to be unbreakable just because he's still got a lot of time to play and a lot more threes to make. So he broke it was Ray Allen, right?
Yep.
Broke the record. And Ray Allen was at the game when he broke it. And someone else was there too. Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, there you go. Yeah, they were all there, and they, all congratulated him and stuff like that, and took photos after the game. So Steph Curry then afterwards, of course, saying that he is the greatest three-point shooter of all time because now he has that record. I guess when it comes to that, two things: like one, do you feel that he's the GOAT when it comes to three-pointers, and two, is the record ever going to be broken by anybody else, in the future?
No. It won't be broken. If it was broken, Ray Allen's record stood for years. The dude's been out of the league for 6-7 years. That's just impressive. That it got beat so quick, but it'll be a long time because of one, like you said, Steph. He's only been in the league for a few years. He's still got a lot of basketball left to play, probably another 10 years if he really wanted to. I said it last week, I feel Steph is a very overrated player. And, Chris even said he lives and dies by the three. As for the greatest three-point shooter of all time, absolutely, he is the greatest three-point shooter of all time. When you beat a record like that, that's incredible. And you look at his numbers, what he's done in the season, put almost 700 threes in a season. The dude, when it comes to three-pointers, there's nobody else I would trust with the ball on the three-point line than him. Maybe Klay Thompson, pre-ACL.
They're on the same team.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say he's the GOAT, and I don't think that record would be broken for a very long time. I'll let you know when I break it on 2K My Player. So
Already done on mine.
I
did that one season.
Right, yeah, it was easy. I set all the computer stats to 0 and all my stats to 100. It was
Yeah, you just rain threes all day. That's all you do. Full court shots, they go in.
Yeah, I totally get that. No, what do you how do you feel about that?
He's the best 3-point shooter ever, and if you look at it, he's actually he beat Ray Allen's record, but Ray Allen he's a smooth shooter. He really was. He was fun to watch. But Steph Curry did it in about, I think it was 1,000 less 3-point shots than Ray Allen did. So, I mean, it was historical, that he actually did it. It's insane.
The only thing that was strange to me about it was how long it took. He was six threes away. It took him 3 games to hit 6 threes, which really made me kind of laugh. I was like, it's like a first quarter game for you.
I mean, when you get to that point, though, that's more like pressure. I think once you finally break the record, then you're kind of more relaxed. When you're shooting because it's not as much on you. Like the home run record, when McGuire and Sosa were doing it. I remember the 30 for 30. It was such a great 30 for 30. It's like one of the best I've ever seen, where they personally interviewed both of them about the home run race, and they said it caused so much stress in their lives, it was ridiculous. So I can understand the same thing even just with basketball, just having it be hey, you only got to make 3 more, or hey, you only need to make 1 more. You just feel the pressure immensely. He'll probably continue to go off the next couple of games, probably, now that all that pressure's off of him.
Yeah, probably. I agree.
I will say I don't want to see LeBron James break the points record. I don't want to see it.
It'll happen.
I don't know if it will. He's getting old as shit. You watch him, he twisted his ankle on a freaking layup tonight. He didn't land on anybody. He just twisted his ankle and fell to the ground crying.
Well, yeah, you stub your toe, they freak out. But you see him up there in the air floating at 40 years old, and he's still getting up like that. That was a wild game. I actually caught the last 6 minutes of that Laker game tonight, and that rookie Austin Reeves coming out, and he's 5 for 6 on the 3, hit the game winner in overtime. There has been a lot of good games that happened today. I know you wanted to mention just the one for Steph Curry breaking the record, which is definitely need to be mentioned. But was it Anthony Edwards out there in Minnesota or something like that?
Youngest guy to shoot 10 threes in a game.
Yeah,
he beat Kyrie
franchise
record.
Franchise record. Fastest player, or the second youngest player to hit 2,000 points. Even that game, the OKC game, I think it was Shea Alexander hits this. He hits just hits this bank shot 3. It got caught reaching. They didn't call a foul. He hits the 3-point shot with 1.4 seconds left. New Orleans gets the ball, 65-footer off the bank, goes in, and Oklahoma ends up losing. And, I mean, that's just heartbreaking. And anybody who watches sports, when there's time on the clock, the game's never over. And it happened a few times tonight where it was just, I couldn't believe it. There's a lot of good basketball on tonight. And, there's a lot of up-and-coming stars. Even Cleveland right now, they're a very young team. They're kind of like OKC, but they're 5th seed in the East right now, which is very weird to think about it when they were the worst team in the NBA the last 2-3 seasons. Since LeBron left, they've been the worst team in the NBA, and now they're the 5th seed in the East. So that's something to watch out for, too.
Yeah. The East sucks this year.
No, they don't. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, they do.
The East always
The Bulls and the Nets are the only 2 teams that are actually doing anything.
Yeah, and one of those is my team, so that's why I said shut your mouth.
Yeah, but they're the only 2 that are doing anything.
Well,
that's it.
what's weird is how close the Bulls and the Nets are. When you got the firepower on Brooklyn that they have, you got Harden and Durant. You got Blake Griffin, which was awesome. I'm gonna throw this out there. So when Blake Griffin came to Brooklyn, on one of the apps I used to bet on, it was plus 2,500 odds that Blake Griffin would get a dunk with the Brooklyn Nets. And so I've gotten a lot of trouble because I put $100 on that bet. And my wife's like, I can't believe you just spent $100 on that. And I said, I'll make it back. Don't worry. And 20 minutes later, the game started. Blake Griffin gets a dunk. And I was like, winner. Wrap it up. That's it. Like,
Money.
This is the easiest bet I ever made, man. Of like Blake Griffin getting a dunk. Of course he's going to get a dunk. This is what he does. It's all he's ever been able to do. He can't shoot the ball. He can only dunk the ball.
Yeah, exactly. It's that's his go-to. So yeah, that I would have made that bet if I would have known that was a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
that's
Bulls,
a sucker bet.
The Bulls are just a weird team. They
Thanks.
Zach Levine, I think Zach Levine deserves better. I know you're a Bulls fan, and I know you probably love Zach Levine, as most of the people who watch the NBA do. I mean, the kid is incredible, and I think that they're finally starting to get some talent around him. Granted, it is Lonzo Ball has been the biggest acquisition for them, but I think
DeRozan. I think DeRozan was the bigger actor.
DeRozan was huge.
DeRozan, I forgot DeRozan played for Chicago. So I think that the Bulls are finally starting to get players around Levine that they can actually win games with. But we'll see how things kind of pan out by the end of the year, because I think if they go spend all this money and Chicago still can't make the playoffs or even win in the playoffs, I think Levine might leave. I think he's kind of on that aspect of staying or leaving right now. He's on the line of flirting with it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I think we'll easily get out of the first round of the playoffs. But then going forward after that, once you start playing, the Bucks or Brooklyn, it's going to be a little bit harder in a 6-game series. We've already beaten Brooklyn twice so far this season. So, never say never. But, yeah, when it comes to the playoffs, those are different mindsets, different ways of playing. Regular season, I don't think Brooklyn minds losing a couple games to the Bulls. So, it's just one of those things. Once the playoffs start, then they're like, okay, well, now we care. So, NBA has always been like that. That's why LeBron every year doesn't care what seed they are. He's just like, as long as we get in, we'll be able to win it. So,
except for last year.
Yeah, except for last year, yeah. All right, so we'll move on unless anybody else has some other sports major news that they want to cover or anything like that. If not, we'll move into our top 5, bottom 5 in the NFL.
Rookie Rudy Gobert today having some posters. So I don't know if you watched the Jazz games or not, but he's just good. The Stifle Tower, man.
That is true.
Speaking of the Jazz,
2 quick things that I forgot to bring up. I'll have to do that after you say what you said. I just looked at our page and it reminded me.
Yeah, speaking of the Jazz, the Jazz new CEO is Danny Ainge. So he's back in Utah. Mr. BYU, Mr. Attitude, failed Celtics coach, failed Celtics GM. He's the CEO for the Utah Jazz now. And I'll say, so I watched part of the game while I was bowling, and I looked up and I watched this play where Gobert goes up for a rebound and comes back down, doesn't even touch the other center, the center that they're playing against, the Clippers center, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
Dude drops to the ground holding his throat like Gobert elbowed him in the throat. And I'm like, Gobert didn't even touch you. Gobert weighs 150 pounds soaking wet at 7'4", 7'2", whatever. That dude is a string bean. Why are people acting like he beat the shit out of him? That dude probably couldn't throw a punch to save his life.
They're all going for Oscars, dude.
Right? It's annoying as hell to watch. It's I'd get it if you were going against Shaq or Dwight Howard or Blake Griffin or LaMarcus Aldridge, but you're going against Rudy Gobert.
You're going against Steph Curry at 7 foot.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, I guess, would be the best example, like in comparison for size wise.
Yeah, true. They're about the same.
So.
All right, fair enough. Well, two things I forgot to mention real quick, just because I looked at our Facebook page, and that always helps remind me when I forget about these things. Quick shout out for our fantasy football league. Chris obviously has a number 1 seed, so he gets a bye. So hopefully your team doesn't do real good this week because you are going to waste it on a bye if they do.
No, I picked up some good waiver wire guys. So
and Paul, who is the world record holder, or at least was, for the most Funko Pops, is the other first round bye. So he gets a bye as well. And then, so the first round matchups that we'll actually be playing is my lovely wife, the Lobster Wranglers, versus Utah Blaze, which is RJ. And then Team Kablamo, which is the defending 2-time champ, Nico.
Going down, Nico.
He's going against Misfit Archer, which is your brother-in-law, correct?
Yeah, it's my brother-in-law.
Is that Nico Parasso?
Yes.
Oh my! What a small world.
So he is the 2-time defending champ. Utah Blaze. And I don't know if you know or not, Larry, but we actually have a fantasy football like WWE belt that you win, and it's like legit. I paid like $200 for it. So we give it to the winner. They keep it until the beginning of the season, and then they give it back to me. So
you don't let them keep it through the whole season?
Huh?
You don't let them just keep it for the whole season?
No, because I want to make sure that I get it back. So I just always get it back when the season starts again, like right before the draft. But Utah Blaze, even though he's in the playoffs, he did notify me that he's not playing next year. This is the first year that he's backing out. So Larry, we do have an open spot if you want to try to get this awesome championship belt.
Yeah, I'll come take it from you guys.
It's mine this year.
Mine. You guys do buy-ins? Is it a money league?
No, we don't have buy-ins or anything.
Yeah, I'll come take your belt. That's cool.
Do we still have the last place prize? Or we never get that.
What?
Not the Sacco. But I love that damn show. I actually just finished that show.
Yeah, dude, I watch like 6 times a year because it's just hilarious.
Yes.
We still haven't bought the last place.
Just we need to get it this year because you're gonna have it. No, it's a tiny toilet.
It's so hard to send that to some people because a lot of the last place teams they don't like do anything. They kind of give up. I think I need to replace like 3 people in our league this year. So I have a lot of spots need filled. So Larry, if you know anybody, let them know and they can definitely join in. I just want people that'll actually play. So
it's not play until I can anymore.
Exactly. And I want people like that. So if you know anyone, just definitely let them know and tell them about the belt. It's a really cool prize, I feel like. So, but yeah, good luck to everyone this coming week other than Chris because he's on a bye and Paul, he's on a bye. But hopefully my lovely wife will win the title and keep the belt in the family. So that would be nice.
That's pretty dope. Your wife plays.
You both were talking at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, I said I've already beat her this year, so it don't matter.
Oh.
She was so mad when I did too because I beat her bad. It wasn't even close. I think it was like 140 to like 90.
Oh my god, dude, that's rude. That's like domestic. That's what that is.
Well, that was at the beginning of the year. I had Tyler Lockett on my team, and he was going off for like 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like, tore it up.
Yeah, I finally got my wife one year to play. I was like, babe, I just need one more person. Just play with me. Just get in the league. Let's play. She has no idea what she's doing. She's like, how do I draft players? And like, I was like, well, you just gotta hit the button. You gotta just pick whoever you want. And so like, I'm trying to explain to her as I'm like, next in line trying to figure out who I want. Yeah, she lost one game all year. She won the whole league, and she's like, I don't want to play anymore. This is too easy. And I said, you know what? Go for yourself.
Yeah. My wife, Mel, she made it to the finals last year. She lost to Nico, so Nico became the double champ. So she wants to get back to that championship game again. And she had no idea, like your wife, she had no idea at first. She's been playing for about 3 years now with me. And she's like super duper competitive with it now. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's awesome. It's awesome though.
So yeah, again, good luck to everyone. We'll see how it goes. The funny part is, like, I didn't make it into the playoffs in my own league, but I did a random one this year just to do it, and I'm like first place, and I've only lost like 2 games. So it's just like, yeah, figures like I don't even make the playoffs in my own. But the other thing I wanted to mention, since we're going into football and doing our top 5, bottom 5, quick announcement from Raider Nation over in Vegas. They announced that 2024 that the Super Bowl will be played in their arena. So Raiders, you guys get your act together and get good enough to play a home Super Bowl game.
That's hilarious. The Raiders in the Super Bowl. That's funny. Oh man.
So we'll see.
I'll throw it down right now. The Raiders will win Super Bowl 58.
Is that the
money on this right now?
Huh?
Is that 2024?
Yeah. Or just
that's 3 years. 3 years.
Are we putting money on this? Is this like a money thing, or are you just calling it out? Because I'm more than willing to put money on this as you're wrong. So just because I have a dime piece right next to me, hold on to this one dime. Well, if my kids don't find it, I will hold this one dime for 3 years. If the Raiders make it, I will give you this dime. I don't know why it's down here, but I have it sitting right next to me. So it's either that or this half-burnt this candle that's gone. So.
Oh my days! Well, a dime is on the line, so we will make
it
official.
Yeah.
Official. Just wanted to do that quick shout out for that. So top 5, bottom 5, very interesting for this week. I think bottom 5 here lately is going to be staying the same. Top 5 has kind of always been changing around a lot here lately. So Chris, let's start off with the bottom 5 from you.
Number 5, absolute worst team in the NFL is not the Jaguars. It's still the Lions. Surprise.
Oh, big surprise.
Big surprise. Yeah, they got blown the hell out by Denver.
They played a great game.
They got blown the hell out. Like,
they officially got eliminated.
Yep, they're officially eliminated. They had to win out and had to have a whole bunch of other shit happen. But they had to win out, and they lost, so they're out. Number 4 is got to be the Houston Texans. They're just garbage. They don't even look good. They looked good in one game, against the Tennessee Titans. The other game they won, they didn't look good in. They just snuck out. So they're a shit team. They're just a shit team. Number 3, Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 4, let's see, the Jets. And number 5, this may surprise you guys a little bit.
Oh.
I'm hoping that they can turn the season around and win out and have a shot at the playoffs. But the way they're playing right now, the Raiders are the 5th worst team in the NFL.
Oh, damn. Put your own team in there.
Yeah. Because dude, they're playing like guard. They're averaging 15 points a game. Like, their defense is giving up 30 points a game. We went from being a top 15 defense to, I think we're 27th over the course of 5 weeks. Like, that's fucking terrible. That hurts my heart. It really does, being a fan. But Derek Carr is inconsistent. Like, I can't count how many times Deshaun Jackson's been open and he doesn't throw the damn ball. He just checks down. Our coaching is horrendous. And our defense, the only bright spot really is Max Crosby, Yannick Ngakoue are getting to quarterbacks. They're actually getting back there when they're not being held. And Casey Hayward has not given up a touchdown all season. He's been an amazing corner. He's given up 430 yards total. He has locked people down. That's the bright spot of our team. Josh Jacobs isn't going to rush for 1,000 yards because our offensive line sucks. In the last game that we played against the Chiefs, Alex Leatherwood and Gabe Jackson both had PFF grades of under 2. 2, not 20, not 200, 2. Alex Leatherwood had a 0 PFF grade. Our offensive line sucks. And that's why Derek Carr has been inconsistent.
They're doo-doo. They're doo-doo.
And that's why I'm putting them as the 5th worst team in the NFL.
All righty, fair enough. All right, Larry, I'm going to steal the spotlight from you, and I'm going to go next. Save the best for last for you. Because mine will go by.
You're so nice.
Yeah, mine will go by pretty quick. So it's pretty easy because there's 4 teams that are officially eliminated. So they have to be the worst. So the 5th worst is Detroit. Detroit Lions is the worst team, of course, because they're 1-11-1. After that, I would agree. Houston, they would be next. They're officially eliminated. Then Jacksonville, because they're officially eliminated. The Jets, because they're officially eliminated. And then after that, it's kind of hard. It's kind of a toss-up. You could put the Giants in there. You could put the Bears in there. I think I'm going to put the Giants, though, just because they don't have anything going for them right now. So I'll put Giants at my 5. You made a good argument for the Raiders there, Chris, but I'm going to put the Giants.
Yeah, yes, he did. Yeah, pretty much. These are real simple. I mean, well, I guess so Detroit, New York, the Jets, Jacksonville, Houston, obviously, are the top 4 worst teams. But mine's the Steelers. Would be my fifth spot. Would be the Steelers. I don't know. They're just not playing good football. They're losing. I mean, everything that Chris said is exactly what's happening to Pittsburgh. TJ Watt is the only bright side on their defense, and the only bright side on their offense is Najee Harris. Other than that, they're not able to win games. I mean, yeah, they came back against Minnesota, what made it a better game. But Roethlisberger he's done. He wanted to retire, 5 years ago. He's talking about retiring when he got blown out against Philly. They're just trash. The Steelers are just a horrible team this year, and they're my bottom 5 of worst teams in the NFL.
The sad part about that is they're only 2 games out of winning their division.
Yes.
That's what's terrible.
Well, and here's the crazy thing is they could be 1 game back this weekend because Mayfield's not playing. I mean, Case Keenum did beat when he was with the Browns, when we played the Browns last year. Was it this year? Case Keenum beat Denver this year whenever they played last, which is horrible. But Pittsburgh sucks, and I'm surprised that whole division is trash this year. I mean, who would have thought that? Really, look at the Ravens' record, and Cincinnati playing the way they're playing. I guess the biggest shock is Baltimore, but the division sucks. They're like the NFC East.
Oh man. Well, since you got to go last, now you get the luxury of going first with the top 5 teams.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna Cardinals, Rams, Packers, Bucks, and the Patriots. Actually,
So, what order are you putting that in, though?
oh, so my best team, I'm gonna say, are as of right now in this moment is going to be the Rams. 2 would be the Cardinals, 3's the Packers, 4's the Bucks, 5's the Pats.
Wow. All right. Very surprising. All right. I'll go next then with that. Number 5. Man. I'm gonna have to agree and have the Patriots there at number 5. Um, they're just doing everything right now, and they're getting coached very well. Obviously, Bill Belichick will probably win Coach of the Year. So Mac Jones is, controlling the game, which is what that's what Belichick's always wanted. So he's doing exactly the Patriot way, according to Bill Belichick. Number 4, man. I don't know. I don't want to jinx my team or anything because they've been up and down this year. I don't know if I want to really put them there or not, but I think I might put the Rams at 4. Coming off a big win against the Cardinals, and we got some momentum. We got the Seahawks next, so we'll see with that. But the Rams have kind of always been on either my number 5 or just on the outside. So number 3, I would have to put the Cardinals. I'm sorry, but they dropped down after everything that's going on. Murray had all that time off, and I guess he cooled off. He was on a hot streak, looking like maybe MVP, and then got injured, took some time off, and then
You're working on it, Matt. You're working on it. You'll get there.
And then number 2, I would put the Bucks, and then number 1, I would put the Packers. So, like we said, NFC will be a close race. It looks like this year coming down the stretch. So, everyone's like one game out of each other or tied. So. Every game matters in December is definitely the mantra for right now. All right, your top 5, Chris.
Number 5.
The Denver Broncos.
No, but just as bad. I'm putting the Chiefs.
Oh, that's right. The Chiefs have been doing good. I probably should have put them in instead of my team.
Yeah. This week or tomorrow is going to determine like if they actually stay there, because the Chargers already beat them, and they beat them in Arrowhead. Now they're playing in LA, so that's going to be a big determining factor as to whether or not the Chiefs really did turn that corner. Can they shut down the Chargers? If they can't, they probably won't win the division at that point. I think the Chargers win the division. And I hate saying that, but yeah, Chiefs, I'd put number 5. Number 4, I'd actually put Arizona. Number 3, I'd put the Rams because of the beatdown that the Rams put on Arizona. Like, the Rams came out and proved that, they're the team to actually beat in the NFC West. Like, it was Arizona in the beginning of the year, but it's not anymore. It's get past that Rams defense. Like, good luck. I think the only team that could really put a beat down on the Rams, and that's if they have everybody healthy and they fight hard, I guess. I don't know. Would be the Packers. Like, that's it. I don't think anybody else could beat the Rams right now. Number 2, the Bucks. I hate saying that because I fucking hate Tom Brady. I hate him with a passion, but I have respect for him. The guy's amazing. He's playing 44 years old. He's 44 years old and throwing the ball with more velocity than he ever has in his entire career. Like, it's insane to watch him play. Like, I'm 40, dude, and I can't do that. I go throw the ball like 5 times, my arm hurts. Like, hell no.
Out.
Yeah, just picking the ball up, I threw my back out. My knees are popping going down the stairs to even go outside. Like, Tom Brady he's a beast. Still wouldn't put him as the GOAT, but he's the beast. And number 1, Packers. They are the team to beat in the NFL right now. Like, yeah, they've lost a couple games, but they lost like a division game. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Rams. Like,
Aaron Rodgers, dude.
Yeah, it's freaking Aaron Rodgers, who's now 40 years, 39, and he looks just as good as Tom Brady.
Yeah, and speaking of age, too, since you were throwing that out there, quick shout-out to Andrew Whitworth, the first 40-year-old offensive line starter since, like, I think they said it was like 1930 or some crazy crap like that.
Lord.
Like, so,
when they all still had day jobs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He's a beast, though. Like, as many starts as he's had and playing just as good at 40, he's a beast. I really wanted him to win the Super Bowl when we played the Patriots just so he could retire with a ring because I felt like he deserved it.
I think everybody just wanted the Rams to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Everybody was rooting for the Rams except Patriots.
Except for the small, that little town of New England.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, cool. Well, now we get to do our picks of the week, NFL picks of the week.
Picks of the week. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
I feel like, you guys are doing stuff. I feel like I need to do something. Bright ass flashlight. I don't know. I got this desk. I don't know where half this shit came from.
Just hold up the dime that you're gonna lose.
Yeah,
where'd it go? See, I already lost it.
Oh shit! See, I said you're gonna lose it.
There you go. Exactly. Well,
shit!
Look how shiny this thing is, dude.
It's shiny.
Yeah,
I bet it would reflect that flashlight really well.
Well, shout out to Larry. He only got. Oh, damn, it reflects off of that thing really well. Larry only got 1 pick wrong last week. It was the Ravens game, and they actually almost came back and won that. That's the crazy part. They got the onside kick, and I was like, holy hell. They have the best kicker in the NFL. All they have to do is make, like, 2 completions, and they could kick a winning field goal.
Or just let him kick a 65-yarder. He already kicked 66 this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they could have easily won that, but the Browns almost choked it away, but didn't. So one
Andrews played great.
Sorry, Larry.
So you can't have the bragging rights that Matt and I both have. We've actually picked a perfect week before.
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
That's only happened once for me and twice for Matt, but
yeah, I've maybe done it one time, maybe in all the years I've done pick'ems, maybe one time.
Yeah. So with that being said, I after all the craziness and the different picks that we did, I am still behind by 1. So slowly but surely creeping up. one is like nothing. So
So I'm winning though.
No, you're way behind because you didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through all my pick'ems in the league I'm in. I'm gonna just send you guys some numbers throughout the week of that.
We'll just add them in with it. So let's start then. So since I'm behind, I get to start with the first pick for this week for the Thursday night matchup, and Chris already kind of mentioned it before. Let me take a look here. Like I said, I always like to look at the records. Hold on 1 second.
7-6 Chargers.
9-4.
No.
8
and 5.
Oh, they're 8-5.
8-5 Chargers. 9-4 Chiefs.
Yeah.
In LA.
Yep. Yeah, so I get the first pick. I am going to go with the Chiefs on this one. They still have a lot of momentum, I feel, and they kind of want to make up for what Chris said with the beatdown that happened the first time against them. So they got a little bit of motivation.
I agree.
Since Larry destroyed us last week, I'll go next. The question is, can the Chiefs defense stop Austin Eckler? Austin Eckler has been on a tear this season. He just runs everybody over. That being said, I still think the Chiefs take this.
So to go off kind of the points you've made with the Chiefs defense, one thing to keep in mind, the last 3 games, their Chiefs defense has held teams to only 9 points, which granted one was to a shitty Denver offense. Austin Eckler is playing phenomenal. As far as stopping him, Austin Eckler is his biggest problem because I think he's number 2, I believe, for most fumbles by a running back this year, if not number 1. But I'm going different, you guys. I'm taking Justin Herbert. I'm going to take that Chiefs defense, and I think that they can put up points. I think they can put up points against the Kansas City, and it's going to come down to a shootout. It's going to be a field goal.
Fair enough. All right, what's our next matchup?
It's a Saturday game. It is the Raiders. Yeah, we have got 2 Saturday games this week. So it's the Las Vegas Raiders and the missing 18 players Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, Browns at 7-6, Raiders at 6-7. So Larry had the last pick, so he goes first.
I just don't even want to pick this game because I want to pick the Raiders, but I don't know. I really have no idea. Yeah, we'll go with Las Vegas. Hopefully they.
Raiders. Whenever you pick them, you have to do it that way. You have to go
the Raiders.
That's never gonna happen. But yeah, I'll let you guys do it for me when I pick them. I'll just point to from now on. The pirate people.
All right, Matt, your pick.
No, you're next.
No, because I go last.
Okay, I'll pick. I don't care. I am gonna go with the Browns.
I'm gonna use this as my upset and take the Raiders because Baker Mayfield's out, Jarvis Landry's out,
Is that really
John
an upset,
Johnson,
though?
Troy Hill, huh?
Is it really an upset? Is it because of the record? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Simply because of the record. Upset, Raiders take this game. All right, up next, we've got the Colts and the steamrolling Patriots right now.
That's a game of the week.
Patriots,
I think so too.
4, Colts 7-6. Colts coming off of their bye.
Colts coming back from, didn't they start 0-3?
Yeah.
They have like you said earlier this year, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, you're they're a sleeper pick. They could make the playoffs. They could actually turn their season around, and they freaking have. So I get to pick first on this. This one's tough, man. It really is, because the Colts are doing great, but the Patriots are on that freaking win streak, man. And the Patriots are a good team. The only reason that I didn't have them at number 5 was because of the Chiefs. Let's be real. If the Patriots played the Chiefs right now, the Chiefs would win. But I'm going to take the Patriots on this. Now, Larry.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think well, that's tough, man. This is a hard game. You got Jonathan Allen on one end of who's just running all over everybody. He's
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Who's Jonathan Allen? Who was that?
He's a defensive tackle for the Washington football team.
Jonathan, whatever. The John Wick of the Colts. I think the Colts might take this one. I think JT's going to run all over the Patriots.
You putting this as a
No.
no? Wow.
I'm going to save. Is it? Yeah, I guess the Colts would be. But yeah, let's go. That'll be my upset. I'll take that.
Wait,
Upset alert!
Do it. You held it up, and then you got me guessing. You know,
I don't want to know upset.
yeah,
All right.
it's gonna be great.
I convinced him. I did it. I was like, come on. You know you want it. Oh my goodness. This is a hard one, like you said. I feel like both teams have momentum. Both teams are feeling confident. They, won the Colts defense has been good too.
But can they stop 56 runs?
I mean, maybe if they can get some turnovers. Gosh, playing in Indy as well. They're playing in Indy. I'm actually going to go with the Colts as well.
Damn.
I do want to say this too, though, about the Colts is the quarterback comparison. Carson Wentz has to make the playoffs to make money this year. His bonuses ride on his record and a playoff appearance. So I feel like that's why the Colts have the edge, is simply because he has something to actually play for.
Yeah, trying to make the playoffs, that always helps. That's always good incentive.
It's in his contract.
Wasn't the trade a conditional pick? To where if they make the playoffs, the Colts give up their first round pick. If they don't make the playoffs, it's a second round pick.
Yes.
I think it was something like that.
And Carson Wentz gets I think it was like a $4 million paycheck and a bonus.
Just for making the playoffs. Yep.
Just for making the playoffs.
All right. Up next.
If you want.
Huh?
So you can change your pick now to the Colts.
Nope. I'm staying with the Patriots. I think they win it out. I think they do it. Next game up. The shitty Steelers, as you put them, against the Tennessee Titans.
6-1 Steelers, 9-4 Titans.
Which for a long time this season, the Titans were looking like number one until Derrick Henry went down.
Yep. I'm still gonna go with the Titans. I still think they'll take it because, like we were talking about earlier, the Steelers are kind of just, they don't have much going on for them, and the Titans are trying to, get a first round bye as well. So
I'm going to take the Titans as well.
Yeah, Titans are winning.
We all take the Titans.
Clean sweep of the Titans.
All right. Here's another interesting game because neither team are playing like they should. We're the Panthers and the Bills.
Oh, wow. So the 7-6 Bills versus the 5-8 Panthers.
Do I go first?
Yep, you're up.
The Bills. Cam Newton can't figure out how to play football.
He forgot.
He got benched and then brought back in, and then benched and then brought back in. So they're having an identity crisis over there in Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Terribly.
Whose go is it now?
Yours.
Yeah, Bills. For the same reason.
Yeah, the Panthers only have CMC, and he's not playing as well as he did a couple years ago.
Back?
I thought he was done for the season.
I think he's done for the season.
Is he done for the season?
Yeah, I think it's Chuba Hubbard coming in.
No, okay, Bills.
Yeah. We know if it was CMC that the Carolina would probably win that. They just got to run the ball 56 times.
Yep. Just keep it in his hands. He'll tear it up. All right, up next, Eagles and Washington. Neither one of these teams are going to get a freaking wild card. They're just not good enough. I think they're both 6-7.
Yeah, where are they? I don't know why I'm not seeing them. There they are. You are correct. They're both 6-7.
And I go first on this one. Both the teams have shown promise. They've both shown that they can play with the best of teams. Washington beat Tampa. Like, I don't know who the Eagles have beat. Probably nobody really important, but they've been close in most of their games. But Taylor Heineke, dude, I'm on the Taylor Heineke train. I'm going to take Washington in this. That kid impresses me.
Yeah, Washington. The same reason.
Man. Eagles have been looking good though too. They've been on a win streak here lately, and gosh, Washington football team kind of let me down when I picked them as my upset pick against the Cowboys, which the Cowboys nearly threw that game away, literally, with Dak throwing that pick six with like 4 minutes left.
That was seriously a Dallas defense game. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Dallas's defense bailed them out.
Yeah, they really did. Kind of wanted to go with the Eagles at first, but now you guys are kind of convincing me to go with the Washington football team. So,
but if you go with the Eagles, that's one more point. If they win, that you get closer.
You are right, or 1 point from not. So, golly, Ned, I'll go with the Washington football team.
It's unanimous. They better freaking win.
All
right, here's the most scintillating game of the entire week.
Yes.
The 2-win Texans versus the 2-win Jaguars.
America's game of the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Matt, you get to pick first.
Oh boy. It's gonna be a tie.
It's gonna be a tie.
Just put them both.
I mean, if you do that, you actually get the point if they tie instead of a half a point.
Yeah, that's true. But I'll go with the Jaguars.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna go with eeny, meeny, miny. Hey, flip that dime for me.
Gotcha.
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna take the Jaguars in this.
Oh, got that Larry pick.
Texans.
Oh,
Rod Taylor, man.
Is he actually gonna play?
Well, Rex Burkhead's there too, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right,
up next.
Don't trust Trevor Lawrence. I don't think he's good enough to win games.
You know what? Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions in his rookie season. 28.
That's true.
Yeah, Brett Favre's first pass in the NFL was a pick six.
Also true.
Yep. See your argument. Cam Newton was also the number one rookie in the NFL.
And he won an MVP.
And he's, lowest QBR in the NFL.
Yeah, he sucks. Trevor Lawrence could be good eventually.
Yeah.
All right, up next, we got the New York Football Giants and the Dallas Cowgirls.
9-4 Cowgirls, 4-9 Giants.
It's Dallas. All day.
Not your pick.
Oh, my pick?
Yep.
Well, is it? I think I might lock that in as the Dallas Cowboys. They will annihilate them.
I was really hoping you're going to pick the Giants. Lock in the Giants.
Well, let's be real. Mike Glennon is playing for the Giants.
Oh.
I mean, he had like 3 good games with Tampa, and that's about it. And then he got paid like millions to play for the Bears and be shitty.
This is true.
But I'm going with the Cowboys.
Isn't that wild?
The Raiders cut Mike Glennon for a reason. What was that?
Yeah. So do you play horrible and still get a bunch of money?
Yeah, like Nick Foles.
Yes. Greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Yep. And now he's a third stringer behind Andy Dalton and Justin Fields.
Well, if they both get hurt, he comes in, Bears make the playoffs.
Bears win the Super Bowl.
Bears win the Super Bowl. Yeah.
All right, up next, we've got the worst team in the league versus what used to be the best team in the league. The Detroit Lions versus the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm going to lock this one in since it's my pick. as the Cardinals.
Judging. Lock it in.
I would be so pissed if the Lions beat them.
I think everybody would, but taking the Cardinals.
Yeah, same.
Like, that's not even a question. All right, up next, we've got the, I believe, 6 and 7 Dolphins. Or are they 5 and 8?
6 and 7.
Yeah, so they went from being one of the worst teams in the league to actually having a chance to make the playoffs. Versus the 2-win New York Jets.
3 and 10 Jets.
Oh, they've won 3?
Yeah, they won last week.
What?
I think they won. I think it was last week they won.
No, not last week. No.
One of the last couple weeks.
All right.
Who is it?
You
picked last.
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
All right. Here's your game, and you get to pick first.
Ooh.
The 7 and 6 Broncos against the 7 and 6 Bengals.
See, and this is a tough one because, I really want to take my own team, and I'm going to take my own team. But at the same time, I just don't know what you're getting with them. You run the ball. Denver's one of those teams, if they run the ball, they would be a very dominant offense. But Shermer doesn't know how to coach. And, the whole Broncos organization has no coaches. But you got Joe Burrow on the other side, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon.
Yeah, what Bengals are you getting?
Yeah, fair enough. Can I lock this in even though it's my team?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to lock the Broncos in for this.
There's a lot of other good ones you could lock in because that's going to be a tough game. But hey, that's your choice.
Yeah.
Matt?
I'm
going with the Bengals.
I don't want to be on this podcast anymore. Taking my ball, I'm going home.
You guys are so mean to me. He's taking the Donkeys.
See, the big thing is me. I root for the Chargers to win because if the Chargers win, that puts Denver closer to taking over the division as well.
But if the Chargers win, that means they have the number 1 in the division because they beat the Chiefs twice.
It's like me rooting for the Lions this weekend because I want them to beat the Browns. The Rams can have the top spot.
No, I'm taking the Broncos, not because of Teddy Bridgewater. Tim Patrick is freaking legit. Like, that guy is a beast. Like, I love watching him play. He plays with heart. Cortland Sutton hasn't done shit this year. Like, I picked him up just for last week to see if he would do anything. I even put him in the game. I won, but he got me 0 points. Like, he had 1 reception for 8 yards. Like,
yeah,
he's a non-factor in the game. I picked the Broncos simply because of their defense. Their defense, since Von Miller left, has looked astounding. Like, dude, they're shutting people down.
I think they're like the 6th ranked defense in the NFL right now.
Yeah, they look great. So that's why I picked the Broncos. Because I think they're going to shut down Joe Burrow. They won't shut down Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon. But next game up, Falcons and 49ers.
Ooh, revenge game.
6 and 7 Falcons, 7 and 6 Niners.
Wow, the Niners actually have a winning record now? Good Lord. I'm going to take the Falcons on this one. I think they're going to come back and I think they're going to shut down the 49ers. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get hurt in the second quarter and be out for the rest of the season.
Oh, gosh.
That's his MO.
Damn.
It's a safe bet.
Not wrong.
Who is it, Larry or me?
Larry.
I'm taking the Niners. It is a revenge game, though. Matt Ryan finally gets to play against Kyle Shanahan.
That is true. None of the other games feel very confident because I don't. If I already used my upset pick,
No.
yeah,
No,
so,
you only use your lock.
yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think I did, and none of the other ones I feel like that are available are gonna be upsets. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons and an upset pick. Upset alert! The Falcons take
Why
it.
isn't this next game your upset pick?
Why was
You
the
know,
next one?
the Rams and the Seahawks.
Because
That's
I
a
don't pick against my team.
I know. It was sarcasm, bud. Sarcasm. Understand the language of sarcasm.
My bad. My go first.
Yeah, you're first. You picked last.
Yeah, Rams.
And then my pick, Rams.
I mean, I really want to take the upset on this.
You already got your upset, didn't you?
I haven't. I've just used my.
No, your upset was the Colts.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah, so yeah, the Rams.
I'm like, you already used your upset.
You were really gonna take the Seahawks just to use an upset pick.
Yeah,
I think this would be a better upset pick.
watch what happens.
We've got Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens.
I was thinking about that, but I don't know if Lamar's.
It all depends on if Lamar's playing.
Yes,
Larry, you're first.
the Packers. Go Pack, go.
Matt?
Yeah, same.
Yep. Packers. All right. Up next, the division game that we were actually talking about earlier today. That's going to be a little difficult for the Bucks because they're playing the Saints. The Saints have a stout defense. They really do. I'm still going to take the Bucks on this.
Yeah, Buck.
Both of you taking Bucks? All right. Last game. It's the Monday night game. We've got two shitty teams to watch, Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. And Matt, your pick.
Oh, Vikings all the way. Their offense is gonna freaking blow up against the Bears.
I'm taking the Vikings as well.
Vikings.
There we go. And that, my friends, is the
I
pick of the
I do, though.
week.
Dalvin Cook to just get COVID and Justin Jefferson, they both get COVID. I don't want to say get injured. If they get COVID this week, they don't play. I have a shot at winning this week in one of my leagues. So, let's hope this catches in Minnesota.
Well, I mean, in the last 3 weeks, there's been 70 players across the league that have gotten COVID.
Yeah, they need to bring the NBA style into it. Just handle it so well.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the players that play or don't play. I mean, obviously, the Rams had some people that didn't play in this past game against the Cardinals, but then we've had more people on the COVID list again just this week, including OBJ. So I have no idea if he's even going to be playing this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how many players can pass protocol before then.
At least you don't have 18 players and coaches combined like the Browns do. That's insane. The Browns made a petition to reschedule that game.
Yeah.
And the NFL denied it. That's the first pro Raider thing they've done all year.
Gosh, wow.
I mean, do you blame them, though?
What's that?
Do you blame them for not allowing them to postpone the game?
No, they said flat out, like, they postponed one game last year, but they postponed it 3 times. I think it was the Ravens-Steelers game.
Yeah.
And it was postponed 3 times, finally played on a Wednesday. And the NFL came out and said, we are not going to postpone games in 2021. If you guys can't take care of yourselves, you guys can't get vaccinated, you guys can't avoid COVID, that's on you. Like, your team's going to suffer. And if you have enough players missing, you'll forfeit the game. If you can't field a full 53,
So you're saying the Raiders might win by forfeit?
no, because they can field a full 53.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
So
to keep losing, so Denver, it's like I said, isn't the bottom of the division.
Alrighty, well, wrapping things up just real quick because I don't think it happened last week during the podcast. A quick thing of just condolences to Demaryius Thomas's family and everything that they're going through. And with you being a Broncos fan, I know you appreciated him very much so. I was surprised that he was 33. I didn't think he was that young, to be honest.
played 9 years for the Broncos and 1 year for, I believe, the Jets.
Houston.
Was it Houston?
Yeah.
I thought for sure he went to the Jets as well. Huh. But
maybe he did, and then he got traded before he even played.
Maybe.
But
yeah.
So, no, I'm a Raiders fan, and I hated playing against Demaryius Thomas, but I had nothing but respect for that guy. That dude was a class act. Like he was always the first guy to, like, it was weird because you never really see like opposite team helping players up.
Yes.
And Demaryius Thomas would do it all the time. Like he would help the corner up, or he'd help somebody up, like from the other team. He didn't give a shit. Like he was a class act. He was an amazing wide receiver. Like I have nothing but respect for him, and it's a tragedy. It is. And what they said he died from was like what the speculation is that he had a seizure. So they're donating his brain for CTE.
Yeah, and they've already said that they found stuff like on the, I think, frontal lobe or something. They said that had some CTE problems. So, it's a tragedy with someone so young at 33. Glad to see that the Broncos did a great tribute to him, having the 10 people on the field to start the game. Von Miller, he's a Ram, but he did wear his number 88 on his helmet, to pay tribute. All across the league, I think everybody, really paid a lot of good respect towards him. So I think it was really nice.
Yeah, it was a very groundbreaking news to get, and I was actually watching a video earlier today of Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker talking about it. But Eric Decker actually lived with, at Demaryius Thomas's house for a couple of years while they played together. And I guess this past year, Demaryius suffering seizures. So he's had people being at the house, to keep an eye on to make sure he was safe, and he happened to just be alone. And playing in the NFL is a very dangerous game. Helmet to helmet stuff. I mean, as a wide receiver for being in in that position, I mean, you guys they get hit almost every play. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely was watching that and I seen the tribute video, and I had some tears come out for sure. I mean, it just seeing somebody young, but a dude that had such a huge impact on every team across the league, on players, on people. Fans were, had fans talking about Demaryius Thomas where they were in a restaurant and he was there, and he came over and said hi to everybody and sat down, was having conversations with people. I mean, the guy was just an incredible human being. And so it is definitely sad with somebody being, that young. I mean, he's only 3 years older than I am. And to have the impact, I mean, 5 straight years of 1,000 yards, which was, he was a great player, a great person, and it sucks he's gone. I wish he would have came back and had another year with Denver. I think that would have been pretty cool, but he did get a ring, and the way that Denver honored him, and even Detroit, I thought that was really awesome. Detroit declining the penalty and just, letting him play and stuff. It was a very sad, emotional day, but it was a great day. And I don't know if you guys seen the picture of the Detroit fan at the Broncos game that said, "We're all Demaryius Thomas fans. We're all Broncos fans today." And I was like, that's respect, man. I don't know if I'd ever go to a Raider game and hold up a Derek Carr sign or something. I don't know what I would do, but the fact that people like that have that respect for this player it's awesome to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, he was a class act, man.
Yeah,
he really was.
He was a solid guy.
Definitely. So just wanted to do that real quick and mention that just because I think it deserves to show some respect and to honor him and say how, great of a player, but more importantly, like you guys said, great human being. I think some people bypass over that depending on how they play, but definitely a great guy overall. So as always, wrap things up. We appreciate everyone listening. Watching on YouTube. Hopefully, like we said, we're going to get everything going together properly. Looks like we'll be using this Ring Central going forward since Zoom decided that they wanted their cold hard cash. But as always, you can listen to us as well on audio with Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, any major podcast station that plays or has podcasts. You can search for us under Sports Starter Podcast, Facebook page, Sports Starter Podcast, like it, and get notifications because we post stuff all the time on there when any major news stuff comes out, not just from our teams but all the teams. And as always, we wrap things up with our hashtag. Oh no, he's stopping me from hashtagging.
So Larry, last week we ended and you jumped right out. You don't have to do that, dude. We usually stay in chat for a minute after.
It's just not recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you bounced right after, and I was like, oh, okay.
Dude, it was 1 a.m., man. I was like, yo, I thought I was done. Chris was going to San Diego. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go sit in my bed and watch my ceiling for the next 3 hours.
All right, so hit that hashtag.
We do the hashtag as always. Earl Thomas still not signed. We'll eventually get that trending one day. And then we'll have to think of a new one once he retires. I'll have to think of something.
30 on the 40 Gators, dude.
The 30-30. Alrighty. Well, awesome. We appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And until next week, again, we will catch you guys on the flip side.
Later.
Peace.